yes, it can.
When was the last time his Labour Party got this many people here, and yet here we are today to make a difference, preserving democracy, preserving a decent way of life. Jesus, food banks in Britain in 2023, private rents in 2023, lack of social housing in 2023, shit in our rivers and in our taps in 2023, and the profit going who knows where. We need this. We need to do it. It starts here and it spreads throughout the country. We take the chessboard of neoliberalism, of increasing poverty, the increasing Americanization of our society, and we throw it up in the air and say, begin again, begin again.
Shame on you, Starmer!
Shame on you!
And this is a demand to all delegates at the Labour Party conference tomorrow. You raise your voices in collective anger to disabled people who are still in there, and I feel for you. Raise your voices in anger and say quite clearly, we demand that the United Nations Convention of the Rights of Disabled People be enshrined in UK law if you're in government. But the way they're behaving, I very much doubt if there are any disabled people who will vote for them, because what we will see under a Labour government is more of the same.
So I'm here at Stop Starmer in his backyard outside Mornington Crescent tube station, and Paula Peters has made the trip all the way from South East London to come and show support for the campaign to Stop Starmer, and he just made a great speech as well. Paula, as you know, is from Deepak. Just wondering, Paula, could you sum up what you think Starmer would offer the country if he got elected?
More of the same that the Tories are currently giving, more privatisation, universal credit continuing, the child benefit cap continuing. I mean, Rachel Reeves, the Shadow Chancellor, has already said they won't undo the policies of a Conservative government. So basically it's going to be more of the same under a Labour government. There won't be any different.
And do you how harmful do you think it would be that we have a so-called opposition to the Tories behaving like the Tories? I mean, and then how are we going to get out of this situation? What can we do?
You need really good independent candidates who stand on socialist principles, who are fighting for decent council housing, who are fighting for the renationalisation of the NHS, the renationalisation of energy companies, who will enshrine the right to independent living into UK law, who will enshrine the United Nations Convention of the Rights of Disabled People into UK law, who will support trade unionists, and when they're taking strike action, who will support that strike action. We cannot support the Labour Party in its current form, because it's literally they're Tories in all but the colour of the flag. Basically, it's a travesty what we're seeing at the moment. For disabled people going into the election, they're terrified. They're terrified of a Conservative government where we can see what's coming with them, and we're terrified of a Labour government who will bring in more of the same.
We have a charade of two main political parties which essentially agree on the destination for this country, which is to asset strip it and get in bed with corporations. We don't have a media that challenges the lies that are coming out from Starmer and Wed Streeting. We don't have a Labour Party that has a spine, that can actually say it boo to a goose in terms of their leadership. But Starmer's style is dictatorial. He has frightened everybody within the Labour Party into compliance. He's surrounded by yes men, and he's surrounded by people who are quite happy just to further their careers rather than serve the public interest. Now, the reason I get passionate about this is because I know what's happened to the NHS, and I can recognise the lies for what they are. Starmer and Streeting have confirmed that they do not want to reverse the privatisation of the NHS. They do not want renationalisation, which is what we need. In fact, they've even blocked discussing NHS privatisation as a motion in Liverpool at their conference this year. Absolutely disgusting. They want a more expensive and less safe NHS for which you pay twice. Once through your taxation and again through insurance premiums to top up what the NHS no longer provides, or perhaps by remortgaging your house to pay your medical bills. Now, if you don't want that to happen, give me a no. No!
Why did you come to this sign of protest against Starmer?
I see Starmer as an imposter in the Labour Party, and I think it's important to stop him, because if we have a Tory imposter in the Labour Party, then we don't even have an opposition, and that's not democracy.
And is there? I mean, is there? What do you say is an imposter? What sort of reasons do you say that? Why do you think that's the case?
I think he stabbed the Corbyn movement in the back. He's never shown any. He made 10 initial promises when he took power, and has gone back on every single one of those, and doesn't seem to have anything progressive to say. He doesn't oppose any of the Tory policies. 2 child benefit caps. I mean, the list just goes on and on. So that's not opposition, and it's not supporting people who need support.
This is it, guys. This is the last bit of meaningful democracy, and you are it. We are it. If we don't do it, nobody else is going to do it. It can be done. It can be done. We need to hit Somers Town. We need to hit Kentish Town. We need to hit Queen's Crescent. We need to hit the university quarter. We need the young people. If we get the university quarter out doing what we're doing today, we are going to blast it. And let this just be the first time. We've been doing this for 6 months. It started out with me and Libby outside in Sainsbury's in the pouring rain. That was after a meeting in a pub in Kentish Town. People from all over the country. Jim Breeze, who started Keir, came down. Look at us now, 6 months later. Imagine, with your help, with you getting involved, what it's going to be like in another 6 months. It will be unstoppable. And we bring the war of poverty and lack of freedom and lack of democracy right back here.